Hello, how are you all? We are going to talk about Governor Cuomo today. Andrew Cuomo is the governor of New York, and he's not having a good day. This story came out today. I'm going to read just a little bit of it for you, and then I have a few numbers for you from another story, and we'll talk about Andrew Cuomo in a few minutes after all of that. But the reason, well, this is significant because holy cow, is this okay, but it's also significant because Andrew Cuomo was sort of the sweetheart of the handling of the virus by Hollywood. He got an Emmy, he dropped a book, he did this.
It went into your nose and disappeared, so that in scale, this was the actual.
And everyone just adored him and other leaders alike when simultaneously, there are a lot of questionings with their handlings, and there's a lot of criticism with Governor Cuomo over his handling of the nursing home situation. And people had been requesting numbers of nursing home deaths related to the virus. So the criticism was that Cuomo signed a directive that was basically forcing nursing homes to take infected patients in fear that hospitals would overcrowd. And a few of them did, but they also had a lot of places in New York that were underutilized. There was a huge military hospital that was built. They had, I believe it was the Comfort that they had. We had the Mercy, I believe, in California, and the Comfort in New York City, and those were huge military hospital ships. Both of those were underutilized. So there were places for people to go, and, having these infected patients go back to nursing homes made the deaths rise in the nursing homes, and I believe nursing home deaths in the U.S. as a whole made up to 40% of our total deaths. And in New York, now with these new numbers that are coming out, after people have been asking questions and requesting numbers, after the new numbers had come out, they're saying now it might be over 50%, and it might be over 50% over the total deaths in somewhere like New York. So a lot more questions are coming up about this whole situation, and this just came out in the New York Post just now. And it says, Cuomo aide admits they hid nursing home data so feds wouldn't find out. So I'll read you just a few paragraphs from this. Governor Cuomo's top aide privately apologized to Democratic lawmakers for withholding the state's nursing home death toll from the virus, telling them we froze out of fear the true numbers would be used against us by federal prosecutors, the Post has learned. The stunning admission of a cover-up was made by Secretary to the Governor Melissa DeRosa during a video conference call with state Democratic leaders, in which she said the Cuomo administration had rebuffed a legislative request for the tally in August because right around the same time the then President Donald Trump turned this into a gigantic political football, according to an audio recording from the 2-hour-plus meeting. They're blaming it on Trump. He starts tweeting that we killed everyone in nursing homes, DeRosa said. He starts going after Governor Murphy. He starts going after Gavin Newsom. He starts going after Whitmore and all these states. In addition to attacking Cuomo's fellow Democratic governors, DeRosa said Trump directs the Department of Justice to do an investigation into us. And basically, we froze. Because then we were in a position where we weren't sure if what we were going to give the Department of Justice or what we were going to give you guys, what we start saying was going to be used against us. Well, we weren't sure if there was going to be an investigation. That played a very large role. What? That's the whole reason for an investigation, is to see it. Okay. And then you see what they're doing there, and then they bring it right back around to Donald J. Trump, and whether or not you like him or not, or whether or not you like him, how are you going to blame that on him? And obviously he had a reason to criticize you, and he had maybe a reason to want to have an investigation. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If no wrongdoing happened, the investigation would come up clear. So why would you need to hide it? And again, they're trying to blame Trump, and I just don't think it's going to work this time. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And then I'll just read you a quick thing. And this is from the AP. The AP, over 9,000 virus patients sent into New York nursing homes. That's a big number, you all. More than 9,000 recovering virus patients in New York State were released from hospitals into nursing homes early in the pandemic under a controversial directive that was scrapped amid criticism and accelerated outbreaks, according to new records attained by Associated Press. So, the new number, 9,000 recovering patients sent to hospitals and nursing homes, is more than 40% higher than what the state health department previously released, and it raises new questions as to whether a March 25th directive from Governor Andrew Cuomo administration helped spread the sickness and death among residents, and it charged the state disputes. The lack of transparency and the meting out of bits of important data has undermined our ability to both recognize the scope and severity of what's going on. And I don't know if you remember that interview with Cuomo where they're asking him about the number of deaths in nursing homes. And he gets very defensive and very condescending. And he goes, well, they died here, they died there. Who cares? They died. That's what he said. And no one said anything about it. Let's see what it says at the end. Overall, New York has lost over 45,000 people to the virus, more than every other state except California, according to figures compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Wow. Under heavy pressure to change its mythology, New York began issuing reports in recent weeks that added thousands more to the long-term care death toll since March. The new data also confirmed the virus deaths at some nursing homes are double or more than what had been previously reported. The aide did apologize. I think just with the new numbers that came out, they couldn't really hide behind it anymore. And Jack, he's a White House correspondent with OAN, says, I'm told that senior White House advisors are now urging Biden to publicly distance himself from Andrew Cuomo in the aftermath of the nursing home scandal. So we will follow this and see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. All right, bye.